Dear friends, in the last class we have completed the lesson The Portrait, written by a small excerpt which was taken from the novel of Oscar Wilde. And today we are going to look into the question answers, and the question answers reading comprehension, tick the correct options. If you read the text, then you will know what the answer is. From the first paragraph of the extract, we may assume that the studio is dark and dingy, opens into a garden, is Lord Henry Wotton's favorite room in the house. So it opens into the garden. So the rest of the things you can look by yourself. Now answer this question. Describe Basil Hallward's studio as in the morning when the extract begins. So in the first paragraph of the text extract given in our lesson, explains that the studio opened into a garden. Rich scent of roses had filled the room. It was summer and the scents of lilacs and delicate pink flowers were entering the studio with the summer wind. A laburnum tree with honey-colored flowers was standing near the window of the studio. Dorian Gray's portrait was kept in the middle of the room and the artist was sitting in a distance facing the portrait. So those are the simple answers. Now the rest of the things I hope you can do all by yourself, and we will be discussing towards the end of the revision days. We will be discussing all the answers. Until then, you try to do your answers, and I am not giving you straight hand answer because you have to read and again revise your answers. That is the reason why I am not giving you a handmade answer now itself. So it is your duty to read the text, understand the text and answer, because this will help you to do better in your board exams, because you may get an unfamiliar passage or poem and you have to write the answers. So consider it as a training for it, and don't look for answers, ready-made answers, because in your exams you will not get ready-made answers. So you have to comprehend by yourself and write the answers. So go through these question answers, read the text and again and revise your answers. That is what we have to do. Now we have gone into the vocabulary part, that is the contextual meanings. You know the meanings, the exact meaning of the word may not fit into the context. Each context has a meaning. According to the context, that word is to be used. That is what is called contextual meanings, which we have looked in our previous lessons. So the first thing is, lot of words are given there: perplexity, stumbled, influence, curious, languid, instinct, exhibit, linger, etc. So the first one: while looking for her favorite perfume at the departmental store, Leela dashed upon a childhood friend. So Leela stumbled upon a childhood friend. Stumble means to fall. That is the original meaning of the exact meaning of the word means to hit somewhere and you fell. That is what is called stumble. Stumble over the road, stumble over the rock. That is the meaning of the word stumble. But that stumble is not used as it here. It is having a context. Stumbled upon her childhood friend. So Leela was in a departmental store where for purchasing some grocery items or something. So she all on a sudden met her childhood friend. That is the meaning of the word stumbled here. It is a contextual, according to the context. Second one: the dash of the situation was evident from the lack of cheer in the room. The perplexity of the situation was evident from the lack of cheer in the room. So perplex means to be surprised. That is the exact meaning. So here the perplexity of the situation was evident from the lack of the cheer in the room. So that means the situation was so alarming. So sometimes it may be happy or sad or something. So the people were sitting as if they were surprised. That is the mean. So perplexity of the situation was evident from the lack of the cheer in the room. So rest of the words you look into the dictionary, understand the meaning and try to do. Now the same thing is there. Now the grammar part we have looked in our grammar lessons, that is the direct and indirect speech. Now if you go through this, you will be understanding more of this grammar part, and this is the peculiar part of our text, because our English prose text and a grammar text will go hand in hand. So if you want more information, go into this text and find. You read this part word by word and understand our grammar text. So So that is what we have to do. You should not keep grammar away and learn English prose alone. No, that is not the. You have to mingle both the ones. So there is, today we have direct and indirect speech. So in direct speech means you are quoting exactly what the person says. Indirect speech means you are using your own words and making it. So you know what are the ways to change and everything it. Now punctuation, that is also a grammar lesson, and we have looked into different punctuations in our previous lessons, and today we have looked into the grammar lesson also, and that is we have apostrophe. We have one apostrophe there. Apostrophe, Basil Hallward's studio was filled with rich order. So apostrophe is just a simple comma, upward comma. So apostrophe is used to show possession. It is used to show possession, mine or hers or theirs. That is what is called apostrophe is used. That means fathers. That means of my father, mothers, brothers. Okay, now if there are no, if this apostrophe is not used, for example, my shoes, we'll put in another sentence instead of my shoes, Arun's shoes are in the box. That means the shoes belonging to Arun are in the box. So Arun's shoes in the box. That means it shows possession, this apostrophe. Now suppose if you are not using this apostrophe, which often most of you do not use, the sentence automatically changes. The meaning changes and awkward meaning comes. That means Arun's. Here this S without apostrophe shows plural. It is used for plural. That means Arun's means many Aruns are there, which is an awkward meaning, Aruns. Okay, now fathers. This is fathers. Shoes are in the box. The shoes belonging to the father is in the box. Now if you are not using this apostrophe, this father will become fathers, plural. Fathers, shoes are in the box. You see, this will become fathers, means it will become plural. Now if you want to show again the plural, the possession of the plural, we have to put apostrophe here. The shoes of the fathers are in the box. So apostrophe always shows the possession. Form possessive of plurals ending with yes, the girls' coats. That is what I told. If you are one girls, then you can use this. And if you are using the plural and you want to show the possession of the plural word, then you have to use after yes, girls, fathers. Okay, without this, it is simply plural. Indicate the omission of a letter or a letters that construct short forms. So now we used all those things. They are, they, apostrophe are, short form. That also we know, we have used it many times. Indicate the omission of numerals. That means when you want to write the year, that means 2020, then you write 20. That means 2020. Instead of writing 2020, you write apostrophe 20, you get 2020. That is what all about apostrophe. Now commonly confused spellings are also given there. The table, you have to look it very carefully and understand the words, how we are using this spellings. Now coming towards the end of that lesson, that is the writing session, the process of approaching writing. That means how to write a paragraph that we have learned while we looked in the last semester, how to write a paragraph, how to write a short paragraph we have learned. The same thing is repeated here and it is beautifully explained. That means the process approach of writing follows a pattern that helps to engage in creative act independently and through various steps. The first step is brainstorming and planning. So once a topic is given, it is important to first think about it, brainstorm and jot down. Jot down means write it down, your ideas in the form of points. Collate your ideas are to show to approach the topic. Collate means arrange. Describe it, argue a point, and finally conclude the write-up. Writing. Once you have your ideas in place, written them down coherently in neat paragraph. Each paragraph should describe not more than 2 ideas. Arrange the introduction, conclusion in a way that complete the writer. Then revising and editing, then reviewing. All these things will give you a beautiful write-up, and this we have done in our writing on paragraphs, and I have given you a question in your exam too to write a short paragraph. The word limit is to be maintained. So with that we come to the end of the lessons. From the next class onwards we will be starting our revision. By this I end the lessons for this semester, and next semester we will take the rest of the lessons. Next class onwards we will be looking the revision, and we begin the revision. So my dear friends, go through the exercises, read again and again, write it by yourself, revise it so that you get better idea and it will help you. So have a good day. God bless. Thank you.